Ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill by now. Blood sugar is sitting at 4.1, a little low. Blood pressure is sitting at 151, a little high. But you know what? That does not stop us from giving you the best show on the internet. After the break, we will show you what we're talking about. But first, I got to show you what I bought today. It is. It got away on me. It's 2 chairs in one. You see this little box for $10, $9.95. I got these little chairs. I'll show you. Little chair comes in its own carrying case. It's very, very compact, and I'll show you what it looks like folded out. There you are. Supports up to 250 pounds camping. See, what happens is when we go for a hike or for a walk, I don't go hiking, but I go walking now. Quite often I want to be able to rest, and there's nothing to sit on. They're big rocks, but they're uncomfortable. With these little chairs, you can take them with you, one apiece. They're not very heavy, maybe 5 pounds a piece, if that. And when you're walking along and you want to break, boom, you got an instant chair right there. The interesting little things you find when you walk into the mall. So go out and get a couple of these. They're in the seen as seen in TV store. So I thought that you would like that. Now, today we're going to be talking about this book called Magic Eye Beyond 3D Improve Your Vision. But we're going to be able to take this concept of seeing 3D or stereoscopic images, and we're going to show you how to tag it to your breath to initiate a very, very powerful, complete mind and body relaxation response. Oh, I can't wait to get started with this one. See you after the break. Bye-bye. Welcome to the eFlexonics Podcast Network. Join us for the latest tips and tricks from experts in their fields, showing you how you can be happy, healthy, and more productive when using technology, either at home or at work. Remember, tech shouldn't have to hurt. Our motto is everything healthful and helpful for the computer user. Enjoy the show. Rick and Pat. Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to hold up a book, and it says, The Magic Eye Beyond 3D Improve Your Vision. What happens here is I teach this in my course as well for computer users, and I can actually show you how to use the magic eye or divergent gaze or stare to trigger a relaxation response when you're having a chronic pain episode. So it will also tie this in with breathing. So do this test with me. Take 2 of your fingers and put them right here, right in front of you. See what I'm doing with my fingers? Now look directly at your fingers, directly at them, okay? For about 10 to 20 seconds. Now, after you've looked directly at your fingers, look at the object beyond your fingers, away from your fingers, quite a distance if you can. And you'll notice that your fingers actually will float, and you'll form a tiny little finger in the middle of these 2 fingers, because part of this finger will float over here, part of this finger will float over here, and they'll actually form kind of like a cocktail weenie finger right here. That's what they call it. So when you're doing that, you're actually producing the divergent gaze. Now, of course, you have to be sighted in both eyes to do this. So I'm going to hold up another page for you. You see this page? All right, you see the black dots on the top? Well, those black dots have a very specific meaning. That means that if you can relax your eyes, almost, when you cross your eyes, if you can relax your eyes to the point where those 2 black dots blend into one dot, one single dot in the center, you will be able to see this image in 3D. Now, if you want more practice on this, Google Magic Eye. I will put the link below here, below this video, so you can go directly to their page and practice this. Once you get the hang of using a divergent gaze or stare, let's not just put it on the shelf and not use it. Let's tag it on to breath. So here's what I do. I will look at something, I will do the divergent gaze, and then I will take a breath, and then as I'm letting the breath out, I go out of the divergent gaze. Okay? So remember when we were doing the fingers here? So when I take the breath in, I will concentrate on seeing that little floaty finger in the middle, and then when I breathe out, I go back to normal vision. Doctors, optometrists will actually tell you that this exercise is extremely important and it may improve your vision because you're using the muscles of both eyes. And when you tag it to taking a breath, you actually produce a very, very strong link, creating a relaxation response. So go to the link here below on Magic Eye. Practice, and they'll show you, they'll give you directions on exactly how to see it. And I think each couple of days they change a couple of the photos. But have fun with it because this is what's called meditation. You're in the present, you're being passive, but you're also extremely relaxed. It's really important that you start doing this quite often during the day before you have an episode with chronic pain. Then when the chronic pain moves in and wants to stay with you for a while, a few hours, then what you want to do is you can do a countdown. You can take 10 breaths, and with every breath, you can stimulate the 3D vision, right? So they've got, on their website, they've got a whole bunch of stuff. Look, some of my favorites are the jelly bean. You see the dots on the top there? If you concentrate on that and take a look and relax your eyes to the point where they're almost going cross-eyed, those two dots on the top, once they match, you will start to see stereoscopic vision. Very, very powerful tool. So, you can do this anywhere. If you're in a bank lineup, if you're at a stoplight, not driving, but if you're at a stoplight in the car and you want to relax. I'm to the point now where if I'm getting tense and I know physically tension is building in your muscles and tendons and ligaments, I can do that, take a couple of breaths and use the divergent gaze or stare, and I can completely relax my mind and my body. Now, remember a podcast or so ago, we matched the breathing with your hand. That was a fairly large trigger, and I wanted to make sure that you got the feeling of using a trigger relaxation response with your breath, okay? And then we just used the finger, right? When you inhaled, you brought your finger up, and when you exhaled, you brought the finger down. Now, with this, we're moving towards using more tools as a trigger and using the breath as well, but in more subtle ways. No one knows that you're using this relaxation exercise. If you want to relax using your hand, it's not appropriate to go somewhere and say, just a sec, I want to relax. Oh, yeah, it feels good. But once you use the divergent gaze, you can relax anywhere. So practice that about, oh my goodness, when I first learned this, I would practice it hundreds of times a day. And wow, did I ever feel relaxed at the end of the day. So today's lesson was, if you're in chronic pain, use the divergent gaze and try that, and I'll bet you'll be able to relax completely. This is Rick Holland. We'll see you day 6. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, that's a good one.